Hey, what's going on, guys? Urgat here. I know the background gameplay has genuinely nothing to do with what I'm talking about today, but today I'm gonna be reading the Fortnite creepypasta Lastrite. This was uploaded in 2018, over 6 years ago, which is a little crazy, by user RadDad Gaming. So yeah, we'll get into that right now. Fortnite Deep Web Pasta Lastrite by user Rad Gamer Dad. This was 6 years ago. Oh, 2018. Okay, so this is not recent. This was 6 years ago, but I hear this one's pretty funny. So we're gonna read this one, and we're gonna see what's happening here. About a year ago, I discovered a game called Fortnite. Yeah, me and millions of other poor souls. At first, I didn't get it. I found the game extremely boring. Jump out of a plane, look for weapons and materials, and try to stay alive until the end. Even though I wasn't having a lot of fun, I stuck with it because others loved it. So I should love it too, right? After a few days of playing the game, just clicked, and boom, I was addicted. Each day, I would spend more time playing. When I wasn't on Reddit reading about Fortnite, I was or on Twitch and YouTube watching others play Fortnite. The game took over my life and bank account. Well, I say bank account, but that didn't last long as those funds ran out rather quickly. Then it was the credit card that funded my addiction. The game is free to play. What are you talking about? To play the game, it is free. But you will want the swag, skins, back blings, pickaxes, emotes, and battle passes will sink their teeth into you, and you will spend more money than you would have ever dreamed. I was buying everything. I was spending thousands of dollars I didn't have on these digital items. And I didn't feel cool in my real life, so this was a welcome change. I was a guild master of a Fortnite guild with over 100 members. I was treated with respect, which is something I didn't have in real life. I eventually dropped out of college and quit my part-time job to give myself 100% to Fortnite. The real world ceased to exist, in my mind at least. A gamer named Dr. Gruesome 666 became a part of my guild, the Masons. We started to play duos together on a regular basis. DG, as I called him for short, was an odd fellow, but an elite player, so I looked past the odd stuff. There were times when he wouldn't chat at all, or would just breathe heavily. When we did talk, he sounded like he was using one of those filters to disguise his voice. Like I said, he was odd, but he was an amazing player, so that didn't matter to me. One night, about 2 weeks after he joined, he said that he was going to leave the guild. I was shocked and didn't want this to happen. He helped us win a lot of matches, and even some tournaments. I asked him what the game was he was migrating to. He asked if I was familiar with the Deep Web game. I told him I was as far as knowing what it was, but had never accessed it. What? He told me that there was a hacked Fortnite client that was being played on the Deep Web. It was called Lastrite. I immediately was thinking, bullcrap. But DG never joked about anything. He told me that the core gameplay was the same, but the game was darker and much more macabre. The map layout was the same, but some sections were named differently and were more sinister aesthetically. I was rather shocked by some of the names. Instead of Risky Reels, it was called Rapist Thrills. What the fuck? Dusty Divot was Bloody Wound. Pleasant Park was renamed Agony Avenue, and Greasy Grove was renamed Disembowel Drive. I won't list the other places, but you get the idea. The water in the game, of course, was blood, according to DG. He said that the skins were very disturbing. He said that he found one that went perfectly with his name, Dr. Gruesome 666. He said the skin was called the abortionist. He said that he looked like a zombie with a ripped out body, with a ripped, bloody smock on. The pickaxe was a huge, rusty, bloody scalpel with chunks of gore dripping off it. And the back bling was an aborted fetus. Oh my god, the glider that went with the set was a trio of babies stitched up like the Human Centipede movie with the baby crying sound effects. He said it was his favorite. He said, oh man, alright, give me a second. What the fuck? Holy shit. He said that his favorite emote was the skin masturbating until climax, complete with ejaculation. I could not believe it and finally called bullshit. He got really angry and told me that I should go to hell. He said all the elites are heading to Lastrite, and he thought I would be interested, or he wouldn't have even brought it up. What the fuck, dude? This is fucking crazy. Oh man. Whew. This is so fucking dumb. Of course, I didn't want to be left out on anything remotely having to do with Fortnite, so I took the bait. DG said that he would IM me the directions of how to download the Tor browser, setting up all the security I would need. After I got that set up, he would send me the link to download Lastrite. I had always had a curiosity about the deep web, but I was too apprehensive to actually check it out for myself. I have listened to dozens of the supposedly true deep web stories on YouTube, and they made me think twice, even though I was pretty sure they were all bullshit. I got everything up and running, and away I went into the deep web. What? Deep web? Muhahaha. DG sent me a link, which was just a bunch of numbers, certainly nothing like what I had seen before. It came to a black screen with a blinking cursor at the center. I figured I had keyed the address in wrong. As I was about to leave the page, I saw hello appear where the cursor was, and a text box appeared below. As I was about to leave the page, I saw hello appear where the cursor was, and a text box appeared below. And all I thought was to type hi back. State your intention. Sorry, I must be at the wrong site. I was looking for a game called Lastrite that my friend had told me about. Who sent you? This is getting weirder by the second. Why the heck does it matter who sent me? A friend. Name, Dr. Gruesome 666. I waited about 20 seconds, thinking that this was not where I was supposed to be. Prepare for entry. Welcome to Lastrite. Oh boy. Now, there was a small meat cleaver that was spinning and slinging blood all over my screen. My assumption was that the next page was loading. After about a minute, the screen stayed black and the word Lastrite in red appeared in a font that looked like throbbing blood vessels. I put my mouse over the title and clicked it. I noticed a download began. A download began immediately for an fnhehe.exe. It was pretty disconcerting that something was automatically downloading. I was inclined just to unplug, but curiosity is a bitch. The download size was 666 megabytes. I must admit, seeing that number gave me the creeps. The whole situation was starting to freak me out a bit. After about 5 minutes, the download finished, and it was automatically installing. Is it the freakiest? What the fuck? Is it the freakiest thing supposed to ask me if I want to install? Of course, my whole screen goes black, and I just see the word installing in a white bone-looking font. After the installation finished, I got a message in the client from DG. It said, "Hey Mike, glad you made it. Hope you didn't have any difficulties. How the hell is DG messaging me? I haven't even registered or selected a name. Jesus, how the hell does he even know my real name? Mike, I am the owner and architect of Lastrite, and I want to thank you for being such a good friend to me. I'm going to design a skin just for you. Do you want it male or female?" I'm starting to shit bricks at this point. However, I go along and say, mail? Oh, mail? Question mark? Wait, what? Does he say that in like a questioning tone? What the fuck? What is he trying to say here? You got it, Mike. A video feed immediately pops up. The video quality is very crisp and clear, probably 1080p. A curtain pulls back, and there is a nude man chained up by his arms and legs. He appears to have one of those ball gags in his mouth. What the fuck? He's breathing very heavily and sweating like a pig. His eyes are wide open. He is terrified out of his mind. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. What the hell is going on? Where the hell am I? What the hell am I watching? Then a metal door opens slowly behind the man. There's a man in a white bloody smock that a doctor would wear. He waves at the camera and walks in front of the man. Hi, Mike Anderson. How's the weather in Wilmington, North Carolina? What the hell is going on? Who is this guy? How do you know all this stuff? I am Dr. Crusoe, and I know everything about you, Mike. Old buddy, old pal. You are my buddy, right, Mike? Here's a special gift for you. It isn't every day that a player can design his own skin. This sweaty fellow back here is going to play an important role in making that happen, aren't you, Jeff? GG slaps the man on the cheek a few times, and as he slaps the man, I notice a backpack bouncing on DG's back. Mike, check out my back bling I told you about the other day. He turned his back to the camera, and there appeared to be a bloody something there. Then I remembered what he mentioned in our chat earlier. It couldn't be. He backed up towards the camera, giving me a closer look, and it appeared to be a fetus. Was it real? I hope to God not, but it was pretty damn convincing. He was jumping up and down and laughing, trying to make the fetus move. I retched and vomited in the trash can beside my computer. DG pulls out the biggest knife I had ever seen. He appears to put the blade on a sharpener. The metallic screech made every hair on my body stand up. Sparks spray everywhere like one of those 4th of July sparklers I held in my hand. Creating a new skin for our player requires a sharp knife. If you are going to do something, do it right. That's what my father used to say. DG walks over to the squirming man and proceeds to cut the top of his forehead at the hairline. Jeff's eyes start bulging out of his head as crimson streams pour down his white face. The ball gag pops out of his mouth and he screams in agony as DG peels his skin off of his face. After the face is peeled off, DG places it over his face, sticks his tongue out the mouth, and then jumps up and down. How does it look, Mike? Is this what you were envisioning? Will this make you look OG? Oh my god. The faceless man begins convulsing, and his screams sounded completely different than before. This had to be a nightmare. This can't be real. I'm calling the police. Mike, I figured that there was a high possibility that you might say that. Here's the situation, my friend. We are going to finish up with our friend Jeff in a bit. What that means is that I need another guy for our next player that wants a male skin. I have located and sent some of my associates to get my next skin. You actually know this guy. His name's Brad. My stomach dropped. Brad? No, it couldn't be. Actually, it can't, Mike. Isn't your brother named Brad? Brad Anderson? He lives at 555 Oleander Drive in Wilmington, North Carolina. He has a nice little apartment with his girlfriend. He works Monday through Friday at the local Best Buy on College Street. 10 to 7, I think? My blood went cold. He didn't put the fucking end parentheses. My blood went cold. Everything he was saying was true. It was my brother. I grasped my cell phone and began to dial his number. I had a video message from Brad waiting for me. My brother had duct tape to his mouth. He had been beaten. His left eye was swollen shut. His nose was bloody. My phone fell to the floor and I dropped to my knees. I was sobbing. I vomited once more. What do you want from me? What do I do? Mike, can you send a message back to Brad for me? What do you want me to say? Tell him goodbye. The video feed went to static. Oh my god. Okay, my son is currently obsessed by Fortnite. I shall be watching what he's going on carefully now. This is so lit. Rapist Thrills is so me. Hashtag me too. Rapist Thrills is my #1 landing spot. I thought I should do a sort of closing statement because I can't just end the video here. There's got to be some type of resolution. So here it is. Lastrite, from a completely written standpoint, is really bad. Some sentences don't make sense and often lack proper punctuation, leading to a very difficult reading experience. The story also doesn't land. It feels like a combination of cliches lazily strung together. But at the same time, it kind of falls into that territory of so bad it's good. I don't think the guy who wrote it is a gamer dad, because nobody with a high school understanding of writing could ever reasonably come up with this, let alone publish it. Overall, it was a pretty fun read. It made me laugh a lot, so, take that for what it's worth. I'll link the original video that I got this idea from in the description. That being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you whenever. Goodbye.